Hi, my name's Dave. I'm the Chief Scientist at Reviewed, and today we'll be reviewing the XP 3.0 Lectric e-bike. So the great advantage of an e-bike is that the motor can take over some of the work from your pedaling. So it can make cycling much easier for someone who's not too used to it. But if you want to get a workout, you can still supply the energy yourself with the pedals. There are a number of things we like about this particular e-bike. Firstly, it was really easy to set up. It comes in the box almost fully assembled, so it maybe takes 15 minutes to get it out the box, unpacked and put together and potentially on the road. That's a real advantage, particularly if you're not experienced with bike maintenance. One issue with e-bikes is that compared to a regular bike, they're relatively large and heavy, but this particular e-bike is a folding model, so you can fold it in half for easy storage, either in your home or at the office if you're using it for a commute. Another advantage of this particular bike is that it comes fully equipped. It has great fenders, a really strong storage rack, comes with lights and reflectors. Not all e-bikes come with these things as standard, so this comes out of the box ready to hit the road. So another plus is that, as you can probably see, it has excellent build quality. The aluminum tubing that makes up the frame is really thick and sturdy. The welds and the joints are also really solid. The cargo rack at the back is also welded in place, so that can carry up to 150 pounds. So the whole thing is really very strong and stable. So this particular e-bike has a rear hub motor. The performance is good. It's a 500 watt motor with a peak power output of 1000 watts. That should be more than enough for most commutes. The motor also delivers 55 Newton meters of torque. Torque's important if you're trying to accelerate quickly away from a stop or if you need to go uphill. So that balance between power and torque is pretty good, so for most people it's going to be more than enough to get them to work or get them to the store and back. The battery that comes with the motor also gives you an impressive range, so if you just use the throttle and don't pedal at all, you can get about 25 miles on flat ground. The more you pedal, the further you can go, so the range of this thing is also really good. Another good feature is that it'll fit just about any rider. The manufacturers say it could fit anyone from a height of 5 feet to 6'4". It'll work for most people. The downside to such a wide height range is that it's not always a perfect fit for everyone, so it can occasionally feel a bit awkward to pedal. As someone who's about 5'10", I'm right in the middle of that height range, so it fits me pretty well. So the bike has impressive safety features. It has front and rear disc brakes, which are really important in e-bikes because they're relatively heavy. You can reach high speed, so having good stopping power is important. The tires are also really fat with excellent grip, so the whole thing performs well in wet weather. So it's important to know that there are different classes of e-bike. A Class 1 e-bike is limited to 20 miles an hour and you have to use the pedals. A Class 2 e-bike can hit 20 miles an hour and you're allowed to just use the throttle, no pedaling, and a Class 3 can reach the dizzying speeds of 28 miles an hour. The XP 3.0 ships as a Class 2 e-bike, but you can adjust the settings to be either Class 1 or Class 3. The type of e-bike you're allowed to use depends on the regulations in your local state. So there are a couple of things we don't like about the bike. For someone who's used to riding regular bikes with no motor, it will feel heavy at about 64 pounds, although that's pretty typical for an e-bike of this type and size. The other slightly awkward feature is that the key placement is under the frame. So putting the key in place, turning the ignition is a little tricky. Overall, the pros are assembly is easy, build quality is excellent, the motor and battery are impressive, it'll fit just about anyone, and it's built for bad weather. The cons are not so much cons as little annoyances, such as it's a little bit on the heavy side and the key placement could be better. So should you buy the Lectric XP 3.0? The short answer is yes. It's easy to set up, it comes fully equipped with all the accessories you need, The build quality is excellent. It's got the range and power and strength to handle most people's commutes, hauling groceries, even carrying a passenger or a child seat. So at around $1,000, it represents an excellent value for money. So for the full review, head to review.com, and thanks for watching.